Yeah, it's a big day. We just signed the protocol for America's Cup 38 between Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron and the Royal Yacht Squadron, and it's a pretty seismic shift for the America's Cup in that we've created a partnership that will give continuity to the event for the first time in its history, and it's been a long time coming, but it's something that we're hugely excited about.
Outwardly, I don't think you'll see any difference. Ultimately, there'll still be a Defender racing a Challenger on the water in Naples in July 27. That will not change.
One of the problems of the America's Cup is this Achilles heel that every 2 or 3 years you got to start again. And really in sport that's unprecedented. Now you can argue that's a good thing, but it's not conducive to growth of the America's Cup, the pinnacle of our sport. So by announcing today this partnership, a neutral management partnership of the teams, now you can plan long term. Now you can do 10-year TV deals, 10-year sponsorship deals. It will drive value into the teams so they can get investment.
You can start planning on 29 now if you wanted to. We do want to. TV. You can start doing long-term TV deals because you know the next level, which they're infinitely capable of. Mandating on board does that.
So we've now mandated that we'll have a female athlete, sailor on board the AC-75, and we also see the return of the Women's America's Cup and the Youth America's Cup. And for the warm-up events, the teams are allowed to enter 2 AC-40 boats, and if they have one of those boats can effectively be a mix of youth and women. So, as we saw the huge success of the Women's America's Cup in Barcelona last year in particular, this shift to more gender equity within sport and certainly within sailing in the America's Cup is a really brilliant step forward. Yeah, so one of the fundamentals to this partnership is a cost cap, and we know historically the America's Cup has been very expensive in terms of participation, and so we have a cost cap of 75 million euros for this next cycle, and then looking to find ways to reduce that and to enforce that into AC39 and beyond. And one of the ways we're doing that for AC38 is reusing the hulls from AC37. It'll be a massive saving for all of the teams, but an allowance for a new team to be able to purchase a pre-existing design to get themselves to the start line. So lots of great initiatives like that, again, to bring down the cost and increase participation.
Well, it's the biggest change in the event's history in 174 years. So traditionally it's been the role of the Defender working with their representative team who takes on the responsibility of organising the event. This passes it to a partnership which we believe will support and sustain the long-term survival and growth of the sport and keep the America's Cup as the pinnacle of sailing.